In your own words, what would you say the focus of this show you're setting up is?
The Sacred Valley of Peru, through the lens of the ancient ruins still found in the Sacred Valley that were later built upon by the Inca culture. So I wanted to find the oldest sites that I could, explore them, spend time there, and then try to come up with landscape paintings that were depicting ruins but in a very contemporary way. I'm good at painting places. And a good friend of mine, Hugo Franco Celis, is really good at painting people. And another friend, Suni, is really good at depicting culture through sculpture. And because of the pandemic and masks, the use of masks now being omnipresent, I thought, people, place, and things. There's a nice embodiment of a show. Hugo came up with Willkamayu Runa, which translates in more than one way, but one, people of the Sacred Valley, people of the Milky Way, because their word for Willkamayu, the Milky Way, is also their word for the Sacred Valley and the river that runs through the Sacred Valley. So it's a meeting of terrestrial and celestial. I was able to do like 9 large format paintings and augment that show with their work. Some of it supplied digitally. Hugo had to supply his files digitally so that I could make G-clays and we could have them part of it. Suni shipped his masks directly to our house, and which was hard to do in Peru because the airports were locked down. So he had all this challenge. And it did take a couple of months. Originally, I thought maybe the show would open in the summer, and it kept on being kicked back. And I'm going to think of new ways of promoting it, though. I'm going to keep it up. The work is fine, and it looks worthwhile, even though not many people have seen it. I really think that you have to reinvent. Like, this is a new time, so I'm willing to explore whatever it takes to, create a virtual marketplace kind of gallery.
If there is one kind of central message that you're hoping this show conveys to the people who see it, what would that be?
The culture is important. The traditional ancient cultures and people connected to the earth in that same way that Willkamayu represents the Milky Way and this terrestrial place of the Sacred Valley, that there's experiences to be had by looking back, looking forward, but the immersion of culture shouldn't be diluted. We should accept all cultures for what they potentially can offer. And so the reason I dove into this is to put a lens on these Quechua people that I know and who I have tremendous amount of respect for at a time where their rights are being questioned right now. Right now during the pandemic in Peru, it's a very difficult time. They're dancing to stand up for their rights and to be a voice, but using music as their weapon. And I find that tremendously heartfelt, and the essence of this show is to raise money for them and for the music that they do, to have equipment and gear to be able to record and spread it around the world.